Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 12/28/24. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. One of the few years that both happen to fall on the same day. I think it's once every 7 years, something like that. What were you doing 7 years ago? Watching Flat Earth videos, I bet, right? Gathering information on Flat Earth. Gathering information on NASA. And how they're using all fake harnesses. And faking 100% of everything that they do. And then you said to yourself, why would a space agency, and all space agencies for that matter, one, be owned by NASA, two, fake everything, and three, do nothing but deceive people, make them think that they live on the ball? Why would they do that? Why would they fake space? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, it's only a couple 100 miles up there, easy to get to. Just take a rocket, blast off into space, and do whatever you're doing. It's simple, isn't it? It's simple to put a camera on the back of the rocket and watch Earth just disappear in the background, isn't it? I think that's simple to do. Simple to experiment. I mean, we're blasting rockets apparently every day. That's a simple idea. It's a simple idea to take an aircraft, an airliner, and show us why all the flight paths don't make any sense. Especially during the emergency landings. You say, well, do you have any proof? Well, you know what? If you go on to Dave's app, you'll find all the proof that you need. It's all there. You just got to go on there. But remember, reference code CC911. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate that if you do that. But it doesn't make any sense, though, right? I don't understand why all the flight paths are incorrect, they're wrong, why they say that there's satellites up there when they're not. And any satellites that are up there are held up with a balloon because they're certainly not out in space. When I hear satellite TV, and then I look at where the satellites are positioned and where they're pointing to, the nearest cell phone tower around the area, I say to myself, well, that doesn't make any sense because there are no satellites up there. That's correct. They run these cords from continent to continent. They've been doing it since the 40s. Sometimes they break down, and you can catch one of these ships out there redoing one of the cords. High-speed internet. Doesn't make any sense. These are simple things to show people who are flat earthers like myself that would put an end to all of this. And why they haven't done any of this stuff is unbelievable. Do you remember when they, when you were looking through the internet years ago, and somebody took I think it was a CGI in one of the bridges, and made it curve, and then we focused in on it, and you could see one of the cars were bent, and I mean, you know, first off, NDT, I mean, you know how much I like him. Even said that you can't see a curvature unless if you're out in space. We're just too small. We're insignificant, you know. And that's what they want you to believe. It doesn't make any sense to me that people can't see that they're being controlled. You know, not only flat earthers, but just regular people, you know, NPCs. You know who those people are. But, you know, they watch The View and stuff like that. That's where they get their information from. And see, and then, okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But this is where they get their source of information. You know, these channels, these social networking and stuff like that. Everything is controlled, and nobody questions it. You know, all the TV news stations play the same shit at the same time. Break for commercials at the same time. football games, baseball games, tennis matches, golf, all of it. It's all control. It's to control you. It's not amusement. It amuses them who are controlling you. Thinking, I can't believe they're into this boxing and this other bullshit. Look at the ratings on this. This is unbelievable. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Keep them amused. Keep them fed. Okay? Give them money if they're out of work. That's right. You remember that 4 years ago? Yeah. They controlled you. You stayed home, curled up in a little ball and sat on the couch. While a president who has absolutely no mind at all runs the country, who can't even speak. Go back to one of his first holiday announcements. He was done back then. Could you imagine where he is now? Does he even know that he's even the president still? I mean, it's all about control. And that's all it is. You see, when you become a flat earther, you realize that everything is fake. And everything is bullshit, and all of it is complete nonsense, and all of it's there to reiterate the ball, and to control you. And that's what it's all about. You have to control billions of people. If a billion people woke up to the flat earth, it would be the end for them. And they know this. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of us. That's why they'll tax you to death. They'll make up shit as long as it takes money out of your pocket and the politicians become rich. Politicians, all of them, are bullshit. Every single one of them. I've been placed there. Some of them get there in different ways. Some open their legs. Some open their wallets. Unfortunately, they're all paid, pocket-lined, and they always will be. And unfortunately, it wasn't like that originally. Our founders would turning over in their graves right now, seeing what's happening with this country. Soon the nightmare will be over in terms of politics. The embarrassment that we have right now will be gone in 20 days, something like that. And we'll get somebody new. Or the majority of us say, yes, this is the man to run the country. And I'll probably agree with them, but unfortunately, I still believe that all of these politicians are trained. They're all there. They're all making decisions that most of them aren't even qualified to do. I mean, they had no qualifications at all whatsoever. But the one thing that Trump does have that no politician does is a skeleton in a closet. He doesn't owe money to anybody. He has his own money. And that's why they hate him so much. Okay? They can't control him. Same with his partner, Elon, who is another whole different can of worms, but they can't control him either. Although I don't even really think that he has as much money as people say he has, and I never see him with anything. He's always wearing a t-shirt. He's never flaunting anything at all whatsoever. But I look, I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you that everything is because of flat Earth. Okay. Now, with the 24-hour sun, my question is, why haven't we ever gotten a video of it in all of these years we've been asking? Okay. We finally, it's still fake, but, NASA finally gave us another picture of Earth after we bitched about it back in 2015. They then started coming out with more CGI Earths and all that other stuff. Why have we never seen a 24-hour sun? Surely you would think they're down there. It's easy to capture, obviously. Why don't they just capture it? Why don't we ever see that footage? We had some people that just recently went down there who apparently they captured something. Okay, but that doesn't do anything for us flat earthers. It's still flat. It's motionless. It's never going to be a ball for us ever again, no matter really what you do, unless if you show us a rocket that goes straight into space, and I see that Earth disappear into a little ball, and I see the rocket go to Mars or to the moon, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? Let's take an amateur rocket up there. Let's blast one off. The last time we did it, he wasn't even a flat earther. It went up about, what, I don't know, 75 miles? Stopped. There are different opinions about that. Couldn't go any higher. The rocket wasn't made to go that high. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You don't spend $250,000 for a rocket that's not going to be able to blast through the atmosphere into space. That's the whole point. So it was stopped. Everything curves. All rockets curve. They go back into the ocean. Everything that goes up must come down. And that's what NASA's proven to us. It all comes back down. It doesn't go anywhere. They break and they do a CGI every time they blast a rocket off, and they have a live feed. There's millions of edits with Elon's rockets that he supposedly is blasting into space and landing back down. You look at the audience, they're black screens on their telephones, so they're not recording dick. You know, I mean, it's all about control, and people must understand this. Rolling up to a new year. I hope you have a safe New Year's. Stay off the fucking road and don't drive. Become another statistic. Okay? With these stupid things that they have planned, that they always do here in New York. Stay home. There's no reason to go out. Why go out? What's the point? You're just going to waste your money. And after this administration that we've just had for the last 4 years, I think everybody's pretty tight, okay, when it comes down to spending. I sure am, especially after what I just went through with all these medical bills and all this other bullshit. Back on my feet, back to work. So that's all this is all about, my friends. That's it. Control. They have to control billions of people. If they don't, it all comes to an end for them. And that time will be happening shortly, because a lot of people are waking up. They don't believe the media anymore. They don't believe any of this bullshit anymore. They don't even watch it. I don't even know who's watching any of these news stations anymore. You know, apart from nursing homes and people who just leave their TVs on and not even pay attention to it. I used to do that. But I used to watch the Honeymooners and Twilight Zone marathons. You know, oh, that's coming up too. I love recording those things. I used to record them all the time. I had 6 cassette tapes set up, not cassette tapes, VH tapes set up to tape the entire honeymoon marathon. Each year I used to do it. That was my New Year's. Okay, that's how much I had fun. Okay, that was fun to me, to stay home and just have them blasting. The Twilight Zone marathon went on for like 3 days, I think, or something. Those are the days. You know, no responsibilities, just every TV in the house blaring with a Twilight Zone or the Honeymooners episodes. That was fun, man. It really was. I'll never forget those days. But I'll never forget the day that I woke up to flat Earth. That wasn't just one thing. You know, that's the fucked up thing about it. For the ball earthers, they just need one thing, and that's it. Just the one thing. They don't need any reason for it. They have one thing, and then that's it. They don't want to let go of their ball. You see, that's the problem. They can't let go of their ball. They want that ball so bad to continue on for the rest of their lives. But when that thing explodes and it goes bye-bye, and then all of a sudden it's flat, stationary, and there's no space, they don't know what to do with themselves. I think it's too much for them. I really do. I think it'll circuit their brain or something. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe they'll just like the NPCs will just stop in their tracks and they won't move anymore, and it'll be like the day the Earth stood still. Like, I'm just throwing ideas out there. All right. Now I do have some theories on why we would see the 24-hour sun, and how that would be possible through reflections and glass, and God, whoever it may be up there, he or she has created a system that I don't think we're ever meant to understand. And I think that's really what it's all about. I don't think we ever will understand it. I mean, the only thing we can understand is that there is no space at all, and there's nothing at all that's curved. But well, they'll enjoy this for the next couple of months, and then they'll finally get sick of it. That's usually how everything is. And then you won't hear any more of it. And they'll be back to their old selves of doing whatever they have to do and just bullshit. Thank you for subbing, and thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.